Be me, Marcus, 28 years old. Work as a sales manager at tech company. Sitting in my car outside couples counseling. Fourth session with Dr. Lisa Thompson. Girlfriend Amy is 7 months pregnant. Due date is mid-October. Met Amy last summer at a company picnic. She worked in marketing at partner firm. First 2 months were amazing. She made me laugh constantly. Stayed up late watching old horror movies together. Cooked breakfast together every Sunday. Then August through October, she ghosted me. Barely responded to texts. Always had excuses about being busy. My roommate, Jake, said, "Just move on." November 1st, I get promoted to regional manager. Salary jumps from $70,000 to $105,000. Suddenly, Amy is texting me non-stop. Wants to see me every single day. Talking about moving in together. December 15th, I leave for 6-week training program in Seattle. Company required for new managers. Only came home for 1 weekend. Christmas weekend, December 23rd through 26th. We had sex exactly once on Christmas night. Amy seemed distant the entire time. Kept checking her phone during dinner. Seemed anxious to get it over with. Flew back to Seattle December 27th. Did not return home until February 1st. February 10th, Amy calls crying. I am pregnant. Says she is 5 weeks along. 5 weeks back from February 10th puts conception late December or early January. I was in Seattle that entire time. Only home for 3 days at Christmas. Try to push the thought away. Tell myself I am being paranoid like my brother was. Now she is 7 months pregnant. I cannot stop doing the math in my head. If she is due mid-October, that is 40 weeks. Conception would have been mid-January. I was in Seattle until February 1st. Tell Dr. Lisa about my concerns during solo session. Her entire demeanor changes immediately. Arms cross, face hardens. Marcus, do you hear yourself right now? I just need clarity on the timeline. What you are describing is controlling behavior. You are looking for reasons to distrust your partner. This stems from deep insecurity. Try to explain the dates again. She cuts me off immediately. Pregnancy dating is not exact science. Ovulation varies. Implantation varies. You are grasping at straws. Leans forward with intense eye contact. Demanding a paternity test is violence. It tells her you view her as dishonest. It damages the foundation of your relationship. It creates trauma that cannot be undone. My chest feels tight, but I was physically in another state. That is irrelevant. What matters is you do not trust her. That is the real issue here. Bring up my brother's situation. He raised a kid for 2 years. Found out later it was not his. Biological mother admitted affair. Watched him spiral into depression. Dr. Lisa pounces on this. You are projecting your brother's trauma. This is not about Amy. This is about your unresolved family issues. Mention my cousin Derek pulled me aside at baby shower. Dude, are you absolutely sure about the dates? My friends Connor and Jake say, just get the test discreetly. What is the harm in knowing? Dr. Lisa's voice goes cold. Your friends are exhibiting toxic masculinity. They are poisoning your mind against Amy. If you demand this test, you will destroy everything. Honestly, Marcus, I question whether I can continue treating you. I cannot enable emotional abuse. Leave the session feeling crushed. Sit in parking lot for 20 minutes. Hands shaking as I text Connor and Jake. Need to meet tonight. This is urgent. Pregnancy reveal happened February 10th. Amy video called me while I was at hotel in Seattle. I am pregnant. We are having a baby. I was shocked, but tried to sound happy. Immediately she says we should get married soon. for health insurance through your new job, for stability for the baby. Suggests we do courthouse wedding. No point waiting for big ceremony. Baby is coming. We need to be practical. Marcus, this is about doing right by our child. Felt this overwhelming pressure. My dad walked out on my mom when I was young. Swore I would never abandon my responsibilities. March 20th. We go to courthouse. Connor and Jake beg me to wait. Bro, you have only known her 8 months total. This is way too fast. Sign the marriage papers anyway. Amy looks so relieved when it is done. Almost like she was afraid I would back out. Now it is October. Baby could come any day. I wake up at 3 in the morning. Amy is at the kitchen table with paperwork. Birth certificate forms spread out. My name already filled in under father. Babe, what are you doing? Just getting ahead of things. Hospital needs this immediately after delivery. Don't we fill it out there? Her face flashes with irritation. It saves time if it is already done. Why do? You question everything I do. Can we just wait until… Wait for what? Marcus. Baby is coming in less than 2 weeks. After she goes back to bed, I check my bank statements. November, right after promotion, Amy wanted expensive dates constantly. Nice restaurants, $200 dinners. Weekend trips, she suggested, $800. Before promotion, she always insisted on splitting everything 50-50. You make more now, so it is fair you pay more. Pull up my Notes app. Been secretly tracking the timeline for months. December 15th through 22nd, Seattle. December 23rd through 26th, home. December 27th, back to Seattle. Did not return until February 1st. February 10th, Amy announces pregnancy at 5 weeks. 5 weeks back is early January when I was gone. Next therapy session, I bring up the birth certificate pressure. Bring up the financial pattern changes. Dr. Lisa immediately tenses. Marcus, you are exhibiting financial abuse patterns. How is that abuse? You are monitoring her spending, scrutinizing purchases. That is controlling behavior, classic red flags. I am just looking at my own credit card. She is pregnant and vulnerable. The threat of economic control is serious. I feel sick to my stomach. Casually reach into my jacket pocket. Fumble with my phone through the fabric. Start voice recording. Dr. Lisa leans in close. Let me be extremely clear with you. If you demand a paternity test, you are committing emotional violence. You are calling her a liar and worse. Real men take responsibility. Biology is less important than commitment. So wanting to know biological truth is abuse. I am saying even if you push this, you will pay child support regardless. Courts side with mothers. You will still be financially responsible. Sign that birth certificate and be the man she needs. Be the father that child deserves. Let session continue another 10 minutes. She repeats the same points multiple times. End session. Stop recording. 42 minutes captured on audio. That night at Jake's apartment. Connor and Jake listen to entire recording. Connor works in HR at Fortune 500 company. Holy hell, Marcus. That is not therapy. That is advocacy and manipulation. Jake is an accountant. Play the child support part again. I replay it for them. She already decided you are the father. She is not even considering alternatives. Connor, who previously said I was overthinking. Okay, I was completely wrong. Something is very wrong here. Jake opens laptop, pulls up state child support calculator, enters my salary of $105,000. You would pay approximately $1,300 per month. That is $280,000 over 18 years. Add in extras like medical, activities, college pressure. You are looking at close to $400,000 total. Connor creates detailed timeline on whiteboard. Baby due October 15th. Full-term pregnancy is 40 weeks. Conception window is January 10th through 20th. Your location, January 10th through 20th. Seattle, Washington. 6 on December 25th. Baby would be due September 18th. That is 4 weeks early. Not impossible, but unlikely. Amy claimed 5 weeks pregnant on February 10th. That puts conception around January 5th through 8th. Your location, January 5th through 8th, Seattle, Washington. Dude, the math is impossible. Jake says, unless she flew to Seattle and you forgot. I was in corporate housing. She never visited. Connor gets very serious. Here is what you need to do. When baby is born, they will pressure you to sign. You say you want to wait until emotions settle. Do not mention testing. Do not sign anything. What if she forces the issue? She cannot force you legally. Without your signature, you are not legal father. Once signed, you are locked in forever. Even if test later proves it is not yours. October 13th, 4 in the morning. Amy wakes me up. Contractions started. We rush to hospital. 12 hours of labor. Baby girl born at 4:27 in the afternoon. 6 pounds, 9 ounces. Healthy and crying. Nurse places her in Amy's arms. Look, Marcus, our daughter, our little Sophia. Don't you want to hold her? I hold the baby for maybe 2 minutes. Let myself imagine it could be real. But she has features that do not match either of us. Darker complexion than both of us. Completely different nose shape. And the timeline still does not work. Hand her back to Amy. Need some air. Out in hospital corridor, I call my cousin Derek. He is a paramedic, understands medical stuff. Marcus, listen to me carefully. That baby was born at exactly 40 weeks. I saw the chart when I visited. Conception was mid-January. You were not even in the same state. Get the test. Do not sign anything. 3 hours later, hospital administrator comes in. Need to process birth certificate. Amy immediately perks up. Marcus, should we do this now? I want to wait a few days. Let everything settle first. Amy's smile vanishes instantly. Wait for what exactly? Administrator senses tension. I can return later if you need time. Amy snaps at her. No stay. Administrator speaks quietly. You actually have 10 days to file. I will come back tomorrow. She leaves quickly. Amy is shaking with rage. What are you doing, Marcus? Just want to make sure everything is right. Sure about what? She is nearly screaming now. Baby starts crying. Nurse comes in to check. Amy fake smiles. Everything is fine. Once alone again, her face goes ice cold. You want a paternity test? After everything I just went through. Dr. Lisa warned me about men like you. My blood turns to ice. What does Dr. Lisa have to do with this? Amy realizes she messed up. She mentioned men sometimes panic. You have been talking to my therapist about me. She has been helping me deal with your trust issues, your paranoia and controlling behavior. I am not signing anything until I get a paternity test. Amy starts crying loudly, dramatically. You are doing this now. How could you be so cruel? I walk out. Behind me, she screams. Fine, get your stupid test, but you are destroying our family. In parking lot, I call Connor. I did not sign it. Something is really wrong. Amy said Dr. Lisa warned her about me, like they have been coordinating. Come over right now. Let us figure this out. At Connor's place that night, Jake is already there. Laptop open on coffee table. Jake speaks first. If your therapist and Amy have been working together, there might be digital evidence. Social media? Tagged photos? Something. Pulls up Dr. Lisa Thompson's Instagram. Mostly private, but tagged photos are visible. Starts scrolling back through timeline. Suddenly, stops scrolling. Marcus, look at this. Photo from April 2 years ago. Dr. Lisa and Amy at wine tasting event. Caption reads, "Birthday girl," and her ride or die. Keeps scrolling back further. Girls' weekend in Miami, June 2 years ago. Halloween party, October 2 years ago. New Year's Eve, December 2 years ago. They are not just friends. They are best friends, Connor says quietly. Your therapist is Amy's best friend. She never disclosed this. You paid her to manipulate you. Jake keeps searching through comments. Finds one from last summer before we met. Amy's comment, "Love you, always got my back." Dr. Lisa's reply, "Always. That is what sisters do. This entire thing was coordinated. Connor says you were never her patient. You were her friend's problem she was solving." Jake is already drafting formal complaint. This is massive ethics violation, conflict of interest, dual relationship. But first, we need that paternity test done. Then, we have leverage. Day 4 after birth. Amy texts about pediatrician appointment. I meet her at doctor's office. After checkup, I ask doctor about paternity testing. Amy explodes in front of doctor. You are seriously doing this here? Doctor excuses himself awkwardly. Amy's face is bright red. When doctor returns, I insist on test. Amy finally agrees. Fine, do it. When it proves you are the father, I want divorce. I cannot be with someone who distrusts me this much. Doctor does cheek swabs. Me and baby Sophia. Results in 3 to 5 business days. Amy leaves without speaking to me. While waiting, Jake builds spreadsheet. 18-year cost if Marcus signs birth certificate. Child support. 1,300 monthly times 216 months equals 280,800. Additional costs, birthdays, holidays, medical, clothes. Approximately 80,000 more. Total $360,000. That is what you save by not signing. But only if test proves what we think. Day 6. I am at work. 3:15 in the afternoon. Email notification on my phone. DNA results available. Excuse myself to empty conference room. Hands shaking as I open email. Combined paternity index, 0. Probability of paternity, 0.0%. Conclusion, Marcus, last name, is excluded as biological father. 0%. Not my child. Amy lied for 7 months straight. Got me to marry her under false pretenses. Sit in that conference room for 30 minutes. Thought I would feel vindicated. Instead, I just feel empty. Like the last year happened to someone else. Someone stupid enough to ignore every warning sign. Call Connor from my car. 0%. I am not the father. Come over now. I found more information about Dr. Lisa you need to see. At Connor's apartment, he has printed documents. After we found those Instagram photos, I dug deeper. Ran background check on her. Hands me papers. State Licensing Board public records. Complaints against Dr. Lisa Thompson. 4 complaints filed between 2018 and 2020. Multiple boundary violations documented, but this is the important one. Hands me civil court documents. Case number filed 2019. Robert Chen versus Lisa Thompson. Read the case summary. Dr. Lisa got pregnant in 2017. Told her husband Robert it was his. He raised baby for 11 months. Paternity test showed 0% match. Real father was her personal trainer. Robert sued for fraud and emotional distress. They settled out of court, divorced 2019. She did exactly what Amy is doing. And now she is helping her friend do it to you. Connor says this is beyond unethical. This is coordinated fraud. I call Amy immediately. I have the test results. Silence on the line. 0%. I am not the father. Long pause. That is not possible. The test must be wrong. It is a certified laboratory test, Amy. Then we need a second test. Labs make errors all the time. I am taking this to a lawyer. If you keep lying, this gets much worse. Wait, Marcus, wait. Her voice cracks. Okay, let me explain everything. It was just one time. I thought it was probably yours from Christmas. I was not in the state during conception. You knew that. Long silence. Yes, I knew the dates. Who is the father? Ryan from my old company. We had a thing in December. When I told him, he stopped answering. Blocked me on everything. You were there, Marcus. You had the promotion, stability. You would be a good father. So you trapped me. I did not trap you. I thought we could be happy. You lied for 7 months. Married me under false pretenses. Did Dr. Lisa know about Ryan? Silence stretches. Did your therapist know you were lying? She was helping me as a friend. I hang up immediately. Next day I go to Dr. Lisa's office. One final session. Phone recording in jacket pocket. She does not know I am recording. Marcus, sit down. Amy told me about the test. This has spiraled out of control. The test shows 0%. I am not the biological father. Biology does not define fatherhood. You were there through pregnancy. You were at the birth. That baby knows your voice. Emotional bonds matter more than DNA. I was there because I was deceived. You made vows when you married Amy. She was already pregnant with another man's child. That is fraud. Lean forward and look directly at her. I know about Robert Chen. You got pregnant with your trainer's baby. Told your husband it was his. He raised the child for almost a year. He found out and sued you. She goes completely white. How did you? Public court records. You did exactly what Amy did. Then helped her do it to someone else. Pull out phone and show Instagram photos. You and Amy have been best friends for years. You never disclosed this relationship. You charged me $190 per session to gaslight me for your friend. I have recordings from our sessions. You threatening me, telling me I would pay child support anyway, calling me abusive for wanting truth. Her hands start trembling. What do you want from me? I want to know why. Why risk your career for this? She is quiet for a long time. Then her voice breaks. Amy knows about Robert, knows about what I did. She said if I did not help her, she would report everything to the board. I would lose my license, lose everything I rebuilt. So she was blackmailing you. And you decided to sacrifice me instead. Dr. Lisa starts crying. I made a terrible mistake years ago. I have been trying to rebuild my life. Could not lose everything again. So you chose to destroy my life instead. I am sorry, Marcus. You are sorry you got caught. I am filing formal complaint. Recordings, photos, your court records, everything documented. Please, my career is all I have. Should have thought about that before weaponizing your license. I stand up and walk out. Connor helps file complaint with State Licensing Board. Audio recordings submitted. Instagram photos proving undisclosed friendship. Dr. Lisa's court records from divorce. Timeline of her own paternity fraud. Everything thoroughly documented. Jake suggests posting story online. Other men need to know this happens. I write detailed post on Reddit relationship advice. Full timeline. Test results. The recordings. The 360,000 I saved by not signing. Post goes viral within hours. Front page, thousands of comments. You saved yourself 360,000 and 18 years of lies. Absolute legend. Wait, Dr. Lisa T. in the city. She told me 2 years ago that requesting test was abuse. I got it anyway, not my kid. I should have reported her then. I signed before testing. Found out months later, not mine. Court says I am still legal father. I pay $1,000 per month for kid that is not mine. Been paying for 6 years now. 7 different men comment with similar stories, all involving Dr. Lisa Thompson. All told that wanting paternity test was abuse. All pressured to sign birth certificates. One person sends screenshots from private Facebook group. Dr. Lisa ran it called Smart Moms Support Network. Posts about handling paternity concerns. Strategies for securing commitment from hesitant partners. I forward everything to licensing board. Local news outlet picks up the story. Therapist under investigation after viral allegations. Dr. Lisa's practice website goes offline. Her office voicemail becomes full. She stops seeing patients entirely. Through mutual friends, I hear Amy is struggling. Working at coffee shop and retail. Her parents help with baby. They are furious at her. They liked me, thought I was stable. She tried to get Ryan to take paternity test for child support purposes. Apparently, he is engaged now, fighting it through lawyers. His life imploding too. 8 weeks after filing complaint. Connor gets official licensing board decision. Dr. Lisa violated numerous ethical standards. Dual relationship without disclosure. Imposing personal values inappropriately. Boundary violations across multiple clients. Pattern established through complaint history. Decision. License suspended immediately. Pending full revocation hearing. 8 formal complaints filed since my story. 8 other men she manipulated. 3 months later, I am at grocery store. Dr. Lisa is in frozen food section. She sees me and freezes. I walk directly over to her. Dr. Thompson. Marcus, Her voice shakes. I need you to understand I was trying to help. Help who? Amy, who was blackmailing you? Or yourself? It was not that simple. You used your license to manipulate me into raising another man's child because Amy had leverage over you. That is not help. That is cowardice. She starts crying right there. I lost everything. My practice, license, career, everything I worked for. Good. That is exactly what should happen. When you weaponize therapy, 8 men filed complaints after my story. How many others never came forward? How many signed birth certificates? Because you convinced them truth was abuse. She just stands there sobbing. I walk away without looking back. 4 months after test. It is Valentine's Day. I am seeing new therapist. Actually ethical this time. Processing everything but healing slowly. Got another promotion at work. $125,000 now. New apartment downtown. Connor and Jake closer than ever. Started dating someone new. Taking it very slow this time. 0 contact with Amy. She tried calling around Christmas. Blocked her number immediately. Dr. Lisa's license fully revoked. She moved to different state. Heard she works as unlicensed life coach now. I saved $360,000 by not signing that birth certificate. But more than money, I saved my entire future. If you are reading this and something feels wrong, trust your instincts. Get the test before signing anything. Do not let anyone shame you for wanting truth. You have every right to know. The math matters. The timeline matters. Your gut feeling matters. Do not ignore the red flags.